Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Light Council series where we have elevated conversations to awaken the light within and help elevate the world. I'm so excited to have my guest Carmela here today, who is an angel guide, and she's going to share all about her work, working with angels, and give us some tips and tools so we can do it in our lives ourselves. So, if you are new to me, my name is Elizabeth Plancon. I am an intuitive spiritual mentor, soul purpose activator, and healer. So, without further ado, Carmela, thank you for being here. I would so love for you just to share about yourself, your work, and anything else you would like to share with us right now.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited and looking forward to this. So I am an angel guide. I'm Carmela, angel guide of Angel Blessings. And what I love doing so much is connecting people with their angels because once you learn how to hear them and to then follow their messages for you, your life flows, you're in alignment. You're no longer like second guessing yourself, not sure what decision to make, but it all becomes crystal clear. You trust the universe is always supporting you and is here to give you all that you desire. And then you're just following the beautiful guidance of your angels. So life truly feels lighter and the pressure is off and things just flow to you effortlessly. So I so love what I do of connecting people so they know and have this beautiful relationship with the divine and with their angels themselves.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And I talk to, speak to, pray to, whatever you want to call it, right? In my mind, out loud, in my head, angels all the time. And so I would love for you if you want to just take a moment to kind of explain, like, what is the difference between guides and angels?
Yeah, so I always learned like guides are, and I always think of it as this big, I think of it like as this house, like the universe is this house, and we have all these beautiful entities that are there within to help us, so some people
Mhm.
connect with ancestors, some connect with fairies. And I think of guides very much of people who have been here before in human form and then have like crossed over. So they're still guiding you and helping you and understand how to do certain things. And depending on which particular area of your life, you can call on that particular guide. With the angels, we all have our beautiful guardian angel that's been with us lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And they've been with us and they really truly understand us.
Mm.
And our angels get to talk to us in the ways that work best for each person. So some people like visually will see angels, but also visually see the messages. I have a client that she sees it literally in words, whatever the message is for her. Like the side of a truck will be going by and it literally spells out the message for her, or like literally a billboard. So for her, she sees it. While for
Mm.
me, my angels, just a knowing that comes through, or I hear them speaking to me. So they're angels who have been with us time after time. And what I love about the angels and why I even got into this work and was so interested is that it's all this beautiful light energy. There
Mm.
is this lightness and love and comfort the minute you start talking about angels and connecting. So now you get to have this relationship with your own beautiful, unique team of angels, and you automatically feel at peace. You automatically feel so surrounded in love. And I just really love that feeling of moving through life, knowing I'm so supported and loved and I'm being guided every step of the way. But the number one thing I would say, there's this lightness, there's love, this comfort when you're connecting with your angels.
Yeah, so I mean, speaking of like connecting with angels, like how would you advise someone who has never tried it, never done it, or like maybe tried or and has never really felt that connection? Like, how would you advise them to start like getting in that realm of connection and playing with connecting with their angels?
Yeah, I say it's going to be your most beautiful relationship you have is with your angels, and you get to deepen it, and it gets to deepen over time and time and time. So I say your angels are like your best friend. So I say just start talking, whether you want to do it in your head or even out loud. Even you may feel a little bit silly, just go with it, and just in the mornings, like, hey. I'm here and good morning, and I'm open to receiving whatever beautiful messages and your love. And just saying it again out loud or in your head, and that just kind of opens up the field. And then I would just say, even if you're like in the kitchen and you're cooking, just start talking with them. Like literally, like, okay, so this is what I'm doing today. I'm open any messages or any guidance as like you're chopping away or as you're ready to leave and go down the street. It's like, okay, I'm going on my beautiful walk. So I'm going to do all my bits of gratitude around me, but I just love to hear what comes up. And you just start chatting like you would a friend and like, oh my gosh, this is what happened today. And I'm so grateful. Or, oh, this was a little tricky for me. And just share. And I would love some guidance. But it just
Mhm.
frees you up to talking with them and to start having this relationship. So just like a friend, you're sharing about your day, you're saying thank you, you're saying, hey, this was a little tricky for me, and you're listening, just like a friend. You're not going to keep talking, but you're like, okay, and I'm going to listen. And it's okay if nothing drops in then and there. You just open that field, and then they're like, oh, okay, we're having a relationship. Great. I'll start giving you advice and wisdom throughout the day, throughout the week. But I always just say, just like a friend, just start talking, feeling comfortable. And then you start realizing, like, okay, this is easy. This feels good. Okay. And then you start doing it more and more and more.
Yeah. So I was always taught, and I don't even remember where I was taught this, was like kind of like our angels like yes are here to guide us and they'll send us like hints and like clues and things like that. But when we actually want something specific or need guidance on something specific, we can ask them to step in or ask them for help, right? And that like really they're here to guide us, but they also want us to have our own experience, our own journey, right? And so I think kind of maybe talking a little bit about like how you ask for help in that way, like you're definitely like that's like answering how do we open the conversation. So now how do we ask for help? and
Yeah.
and me and you both have studied manifestation very much so, where we know kind of like also, do we thank them for the help in advance? Thank you for the guidance for
Yeah.
this situation and giving me the clarity that I need. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, I love that because we all have free will, and that's the thing, like angels aren't just coming and saying you must do this, and we're staring over here. There have been moments of like literally life or death
I was just
situations
gonna
where,
say, unless it's life
yeah,
or death, they will come in, and I have a story
yes,
for you for that.
yes, they will come in that way, and even like earth angels on, like something happened, and somebody was there, and then you turn around and you don't see them, and you think it's in your head, but those are like extreme cases or beautiful cases of something really life saving for you. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, it's really your own free will. So they can come in and give you guidance, but you get to decide of like, I don't know, that feels uncomfortable or that doesn't make sense. I won't listen. And then you keep going down your way and you're like, hey, I was showing you what to do. You're not listening. And then they'll try again and again. And then that's when sometimes, when someone's like, that they're at a job that they don't like and they've been getting the whisper and the nudge and the angel's like, hey, why don't you fly over here? And your friend is all of a sudden talking about this job opportunity and you keep saying no and blocking it. And then you may lose your job and you're thinking
Mm-hmm.
it's the worst thing ever. And oh my goodness. But universe angels are like, okay, now we've got to go. Now we're moving you towards what we need you to do. We told you a couple of steps
Yes.
before in a more gentle way. You just
Yes.
weren't ready yet. So now here is something to kind of force you into that direction. But in terms of beautiful guidance, it really comes up of this being and being grateful and just knowing it is done. So
Mm-hmm.
it's energy of like, okay, I'm really looking for a job that I love. I don't even know what that looks like. I don't even know what my next steps are. I'm at a crossroads or I don't know what to do in my relationship. Am I staying? Am I going? I'm not sure. And just saying, okay, angels guide me. Angels guide me. I would love some guidance. Thank you so much. I'm open
Mm.
and just letting go and not having the mind say, okay, so now we got to create a list. We got to figure this out. And it's like, no, no, you ask the angels and they're going to guide you. And then
Mm-hmm.
what gets to happen is all of a sudden, a friend says the right thing that clicks something here, like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about that. Or all of a sudden, you go back to a book that you haven't read in months, and then you're like, oh my goodness, right on page 34 is this it's a beautiful message that helps you with something else, or somebody reaches out to you out of nowhere. You meet someone on the street and that guides you to this, and then this, and then this. So it is this beautiful thing of whatever you want. And what I teach people is like the universe is abundant and there's no limits. So the universe is like literally, what do you want? Just tell me
Mm,
what it is. And the beautiful angels now get to guide you step by step, like, okay, this is what you want. Okay, do this, then do this. And all we get to do is say, okay, I'm ready. I would love a career that I absolutely love, or I'm ready to go into this interview feeling confident and calm. Thank you, angels, for helping me to have the beautiful words to say and to feel confident about myself. So you can really ask them for everything. And even if you're at a crossroads where you're like, I don't know what's going on right now, I'm uncertain. I feel like I should be moving along, but I don't know what step. Just say, it's okay. And share that all with them and just say, okay, guide me, show me. And you'll be amazed at how everything just starts lining up for you in that way.
yeah. I love so much about what you said, multiple things. Like really it's kind of like the guidance we receive is that gentle nudges here and there. And then if we don't listen, they're like, "All right, we're done. Like now we're just going to yank it from you." And I've always said like when people are when talk about loss or like stuff like, relationships, jobs, whatever it is, it's like if you don't remove what is no longer serving you from your environment, source, spirit, guide, whatever you want to say, will remove it for you because like they know like okay, we're done with this. It's time for you to move on, but you are afraid to remove
Yeah.
it. So we have to trust that everything really does happen for a reason, even if we can't understand it, right?
Yes, yes. And it's that trust where you're saying it's being able to let go of the ego and the mind, which is beautiful in its own way. Yes, yes, yes. But to
Yes.
be able to let that go, and things are 99% of the messages you're going to receive is not going to make logical sense at
Yeah.
all. But
Yeah.
it's that trusting of, well, if the universe always has me and supports me, and I'm able to have anything that I want, and my angels are always supporting me and loving me, and they're showing me literally step by step, why would I not listen? Why would I not
Mm.
take that leap? Why would I not trust myself to follow and know that I'm going to be okay, more than okay, and everything that I want? And all I have to do is let go, release, and allow in all the beautiful guidance. Like, yeah, I want to sign up for that. Yeah, let me do that.
Yeah, yeah. And then like also speaking to I love this of, them stepping in with life or death. Like it could be as simple as like you normally take this way home in the car, but for some reason you've decided to turn this way because you wanted to see a different scenery. Or like I share this story often, but this happened probably 10 years ago now, or maybe even more. But I was living in a different house and we had wood stairs and my daughter was maybe 1.5 at the time. And I was at the top of the stairs holding her, and I was about to go down the stairs, and I slipped on that first step. And I went down the entire staircase with her in my arms. But the crazy thing was, I felt like I was falling in slow motion, like so slow, where I was like, oh my God, I'm falling. Okay, protect the baby's head. Oh, okay, the baby's head is protected. I'm good. Oh, okay, I'm still falling, still protecting the baby. Like it was nuts. And like finally get to the bottom of the staircase, obviously she's okay. I'm bruised. Like I have like like I was like using my elbow to like thump down and my husband ran. He's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I'm like, "Actually, I'm fine." Like it was crazy how slow I was moving down those stairs. And like I know in my heart it was like my angels literally carrying me down those stairs like
Yeah,
in slow motion
yes,
because it was like a life or death. It could have been a life or death situation for either one of us, right?
yeah, yeah. That's absolutely. I can't think of the experience, but I've experienced it. But when I always hear other people, I'm just like, I just love it. And like the image that when you said, like, you just felt like they're carrying you down the
Yeah.
stairs. And I'm just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was just like, oh, I'm still falling. This is weird. Like, it was, yeah. And I laugh about it now because it's
Right,
just
right.
so, yeah. But, it's really just, And I love also how you shared, like, connecting with the angels. You don't have to go in like some deep meditation. You don't have to, like, stress about it. It can literally just be this easy, casual conversation like you're having with a friend and start that dialogue throughout your whole entire day, which is makes it so much more feel easier and lighter, right?
Yes, I think sometimes with like spirituality, I think some people make it a little trickier or more complicated than needs to be. So when you're trying to step into it or to deepen it, it's like, oh, I got to wake up at 6 a.m. and I got to sit cross-legged and I got to meditate when the sun rises and it's the new moon and I need to do something here. And it's like, no, you get to do whatever works for you. And I remember when I first started meditating, everyone's like, you got to sit up and make sure your back is straight. And I'm like,
Yeah,
my favorite position to this day is laying down in bed to meditate. Like
me
to this
too.
day, I will
Me
lay
too.
down and a hands over heart. And that's how I meditate 99% of the time. And that's just
Same.
always what I connected with. And it's not like, your angels and your are like, oh no, she's not sitting up. We're not listening today.
You get no messages. You're not doing it right. Yeah.
Pretty much like what feels good to you and meditation even just quietness and whether it's 5 minutes and then longer and then
Hmm.
for some people they don't do the sitting meditation, they do the walking and they're looking
Hmm.
around. Some people are like painting and that's very meditative for them, so it's whatever works for you. And the universe and your angels, they get that, they know that as long as you're just open to the connection and just starting it. And not only just sharing and talking with them, the key thing is now then to listen and then follow the guidance. Because I
Mm.
see times the guidance will always feel light. It won't feel like pressure, which I feel like, when the ego's like, you have to do this, we're running out of time. And that's not the angels. The angels are very much like, let's do this. And it might feel uncomfortable if it's something that's outside of your comfort zone, but it will feel light and feel open and at ease.
Hmm.
But it is, even if it's out of the comfort zone, to listen and to say, okay, I'm going to be okay, let me follow it. Or I know that doesn't make sense and feels like it came out of nowhere, but I'm going to
Yeah.
trust it and follow it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. So I would love for you to talk now about the difference, or not even the difference, but like when people talk about archangels and like how to utilize them and call them in and like what that means.
Yeah, I love the archangels too. It's this beautiful thing of like your own beautiful angels, which are like everyone has their own relationship with their own beautiful ones where you talk and they're your best friends. But then we have these archangels that are there for everyone.
Hmm.
And there's different ones where they have like specific duties, specific jobs. Um, and Archangel Michael, I feel like is like I call him like the all-purpose angel.
He's like the quartz crystal, right? Like the master
Yeah,
angel, kind of like the master crystal. They can do
oh my
whatever you
God,
want.
that's what you do. So it's really beautiful that you get to connect. Also, we have your personal ones, but then you have the archangel. So Archangel Mike is really great for like, let's say, protection. And he's
Hmm.
known. I love to see and visualize the sword and the shield and this sword of light. And even when I want to like disconnect from certain energies, I'll just see like this beautiful sword coming down. So
Yeah.
Archangel is beautiful for protection. And like even when you leave your home or before you go to bed, little thank you, Archangel Michael, protecting the home. But there's also like Archangel Gabriel is really great with children and communication. So sometimes when I'm like ready to send out an email and I want the words to flow a little bit more, I'm like, all right, Gabriel, come on, help me out with the words, let it flow. Thank you. Or before you go into a meeting to just kind of help with that communication. But it's
Yeah.
really beautiful that there's these archangels with their own like specific duties so you can work with them. And then you have your own beautiful best friends with your own angels. And then you have universe, divine, God, spirit, who's looking at everything and like saying, okay, I'm here, limitless, whatever you want. So you have so much support. And that's one of the reasons why I so love what I do. And when I go into this work of helping people to really live this beautiful life of theirs, to just really know they're so supported. I think many times I think it's like, okay, I have to figure it out. And if this is not working, then I need to figure out a plan. And they stay up all night and they're just overthinking and they're trying everything and they're just grasping at straws. And what gets to happen when you come into this beautiful spiritual world is I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to chase.
Mm.
The pressure comes off of me. I'm not grasping anymore. Instead, I get to release and let in all this guidance and follow it. And it just flows. And I'm happier and I'm lighter and I'm more relaxed. And at the same time, all that I want is coming into me, whether it's clients, the money, the different experiences, the opportunities, meeting with soul aligned people. It's really, really beautiful how it works when you go enter into this beautiful world.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's just reminding me of things of like that I used to do more often of, and like even just realizing that Gabriel is for, communication, and to call him in when I am like, I don't know what to post today. And usually when that happens, I'm asking my spirit team. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
spirit team, like let the message flow through, but I specifically calling upon that angel. And I know if you're interested, of course you guys can Google the archangels, what are their like main jobs, right?
Yeah.
That you can call them in for, instead of us going through all of them. But
Yeah.
that's such a powerful like just even realization and remembering, right? I think it's just a reminder, like you have these resources available and you're not alone. Like you don't have to do any of this alone. And if you're feeling lost or uncertain or just really alone in this, journey, that's what you can do is call upon these angels to come in and talk to them and feel connected. So that's so beautiful. I would love to, if you had like one piece of wisdom or advice or anything that wants to come through for the audience, the collective, I would love for you to share that.
Yes. So in addition of like having the conversation with your angels and starting your day that way, people always ask like, okay, how do I get to the level of trust that no matter what they say, you can jump into it? And I tell people like so at that level, like they can tell me to like jump off a cliff. I'm like, sure, where? And I just know it's
Where's the
really
cliff?
sure. I'm there. What time? I just so trust them. And, I was able to do like big life changes because they told me to. And in order to get to that level, though, but what I tell people that's a really great um, practice to start doing is to trust those smaller things.
Mm,
So I always say, you're at the supermarket and let's say, you're getting some fruit and you get this guidance. Angels are like, get plums today. And it wasn't on your list. You don't know what you're doing with plums. You don't know why. And the average person is going to be like, I'm not, why? No, I'm going to stick with my apples. This is what I was here for. But when you hear it, even if it doesn't make sense, even if you don't know why they tell you to get the plums.
yeah.
They're all small. When they're telling you when you're ready to leave and you're going to walk to work and they're saying, hey, let's go down this route, just go. And
Mm,
you find out why when you might find a new neighbor or you might notice a new store you didn't notice before that has, some event that you want to go to, or you may not notice anything. And
yeah.
that's okay. Don't think it's, oh, well, I went down here and nothing happened. So that was a waste of time. But no, it's all part of you. Can you trust? Can you be led by
Hmm.
angels? And then the universe is like, good, good. Okay, we're getting things in the background going. And that was your step while the universe is doing their step. So it's doing those small things that guidance that's like, oh, why don't you call so and so today? Or, oh, let's, go to this place that's not even on your map at all to go to, but can you allow yourself to trust the guidance in the smaller day-to-day things so that when the
Yeah.
bigger things come up of it's time for you to move, it's time for you to leave this relationship, it's time for you to change your career, it's time for you to like backpack across the country, you're able to say, okay, I don't know why, but I trust and I'm going to do it and it's all going to work out. So I would say follow those small everyday moments of guidance. Um,
Mm.
it's your trust muscle. It's you being able to be led and guided, and you get to build up that relationship.
I love that tip. That's such a powerful tip, honestly. Like listen to the small things so you learn to trust for when the big things come, then you're not so scared to trust, right? Like it's like, "Oh, I know you've got my back. Time and time again you've proved why you've gotten my back. So now I know you've got my back 100%." Like
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
like last night I was driving, I went to run errands and my car needed the emissions test that's been I've been putting off for like weeks and asked my husband to do and then he forgot and then I was like maybe 10 minutes in the opposite direction and they're like go get your emissions test and I was like I don't want to. I'll do it tomorrow. And then I'm like still even further away, like almost home. They're like turn around and go get your emissions test. I was like all right, I just need to go because like they won't stop. Like, it's not, it won't stop coming through. So I
Yes.
literally like went back where I just was at, like running errands, and it took literally 5 minutes to get the emissions test done, right? Like such a simple errand. But for some reason, because my car is like, who knows? Maybe the check engine light's gonna, that's like, I'm like, the check engine light's gonna come on if I don't get this done, right? That's exactly what
Oh,
I've been telling, like, they've been hearing. So it's like those little things where you just are like, don't ignore those little voices when it's like,
yeah.
don't don't eat that. Don't,
Yeah.
do this, right? Like those little things. Oh, I love this so much. So
Yeah.
this has
Yeah.
been so fun. I would love for you to share, how do you work with people? How can people work with you? And like, how do you serve others? And where can people connect with you?
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many different ways I can support people on their beautiful journey and just deepening their relationship and allowing all that they desire to get to flow in what they'd love to experience in life and have in this way of ease. So you can follow me on Instagram. I'm 777 angel underscore blessings. And some ways to work with me. I actually have upcoming my mini group program starting Monday and it's called the Trust Codes. And it's actually all about how to trust the universe, your angels, yourself. So I'm taking you through how to trust, what gets to unfold for you when you do, and then how to trust during those times of uncertainty where you're like, I wasn't expecting that. I don't know. And ready for expansion and evolving. So I have that program. Early next year, I'll have my group program ready to start, but I do the one-to-one private mentorship where I get to really have this beautiful connection with you one-to-one and dig in on where you are right now in life and what you would so love for yourself and expand and dream even bigger and know that it is yours. It's you're
Mm.
supported. You have all the guidance that you need. So really getting to work with people privately is so what I love to do and tapping into where they are in the world and where they want to go. And I also still do angel readings, which I so love. And that's when you come and you love some clarity on a certain area or a couple areas of your life, whether it's career, relationship, wanting to expand, spirituality. And I literally on our session, your angels are literally communicating with me, and then
Yeah.
I'm communicating with the person. So it's really beautiful way of hearing the beautiful messages your angels have for you.
So beautiful. I love that so much. And I can imagine in your longer containers one-on-one, you're also kind of sometimes tapping into the angels and the
Yeah,
guidance for like when people need that clarity and how to allow this in my life. Like that's, I mean, from one channeler to the next, like that's always what we're doing in our one-on-one containers. Is like why it makes it
yeah,
so powerful, right? Is because we're able to connect with their guides, with their angels when they're not able to help bring their
yeah.
clarity, not also just from like what we've learned on our manifestation journeys and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, that, and then also, yeah, and I'm sure for you too, you're in a session, it's like, oh, this is coming through. I got to share this. This is what the angels want you to know. So it really gets to be this beautiful time with that we get to work one-to-one together. And I so love the mentorship with people. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much again for being here today. I will share all of Carmela's links in the description below. Reach out to
Thank
her, and we will see you next time on the Light Council series.
you so much. Thanks.